Hey, chummers, welcome to Once Upon a Tabletop, the gaming show where we get together, play a board game, and role-play the action at the table. My name is Bobby Frankenmer. I'm just one of your three hosts on this show, plus a fourth co-host, as usual. We've got one fourth person with us tonight, and here with me, let me introduce the regulars first. With me, as always, is my co-host, Cliff, aka Mr. Johnson. Cliff, I usually have a lightning question prepared. I didn't have one. Let's see. What's your favorite spy movie, Cliff? Lightning question.
I guess that would have to be Ronin. It is just so badass with the car chases, and it's very Shadowrun-like.
That's what I hear. Believe it or not, I have not watched that movie.
Oh wow, I'm jealous of you for having the experience of watching it for the first time. So.
Well, that's I should watch it, and it's on like one of those lists in the back of my mind of things that I need to make sure that I watch one day. My other co-host,
how about you, Chris, have you seen Ronin?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It's
Worth
serious.
watching. Especially if you're a Shadowrun fan, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Right. My other co-host is Oz. Tell us, Oz, what game are we going to be playing tonight?
I love how I never get to be the bearer of the lightning round question. Nope. I just always get to introduce the thing.
Nope. It's only for Cliff.
Well, my favorite spy film, just gonna throw it out there, is Kingsman.
That's all right. I liked that movie,
I love Kingsman.
And maybe this is just, you guys know how much my sense of humor, you hate my sense of humor, or at least you think it's not good enough. It's a really, anyway, I loved that movie right up until the butt sex jokes right at the end.
Yeah, no, okay, I agree, but if we overlook this, it's a fun movie.
It's a very fun movie, absolutely, and it's a funny movie. It's just I was like, what? Why'd you go in? That just it didn't fit to me. But it's all in all.
It was okay.
Yeah, if you took those like 20 seconds out or something, it's top notch. Well, I mean, come on, 20 seconds doesn't destroy the whole movie. It is a top notch movie. Oz, tell us what we're going to be playing tonight.
Well, tonight we are playing. I was about to say the Golden Circle because we're in Kingsman still. We're going to play Agents of Smersh.
Yeah.
This is a Kickstarter board game. This is a cooperative game set in the Cold War era, where we are all playing the most stereotypical possible spies we could possibly make for ourselves, and go around defeating the most stereotypical villains we can find as well. It's a very narrative game experience, and I'm excited to play it with you guys.
Yes, absolutely. I am as well. But finally, last but not least, of course, is our extra special guest host who's with us tonight. He's from a podcast who many of you who are fans of our stuff are probably familiar with, the Crit Squad podcast, which is a Shadowrun sort of unique actual play, I would say. It's very different. I'll let Chris tell us all about it in a second. But Chris, or Mr. Stonebender, you might know him as in various places of Crit Squad. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris. I got my joke back.
You had to reclaim that joke.
That's not my joke. That's more of like it's an obligation.
Right.
I feel.
Right. It's I think you're right. If when you're in a setting like this and someone tells you to say hello in the way that I did, you have to tell that joke. That's absolutely true.
Right.
Tell us about a little bit about. We'll give you an opportunity to tell us more about it later. But tell us a little bit about where you're from and why you think you're good enough to hang out with us. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's assuming an awful lot.
Yeah. Well, we take. Anyway, before I put my foot in my mouth, go ahead and tell us what is it that people might know you for.
I mean, Crit Squad probably. Around here more than anything else.
Sure.
I've did a show called Crew Call for a couple of years too, but I don't know where the Venn diagram overlap between Shadowcasters fans and aspiring filmmakers. Probably some.
I'm here.
At least a little bit. Yeah, I'm here as well. I think I fall into those categories. I've never heard of that before. Is it a podcast?
Yeah, it was. It started. There's a blog called The Anonymous Production Assistant, and I started editing their podcast, and then it stopped because of time and scheduling. And then when I started making podcasts, I asked them if I could start it back up again, and I hosted it. So we did that for like another year.
Cool.
Ish. So interviews with industry professionals.
Oh, that's really cool. That's neat.
The episodes are still out there. That one stopped because keeping. At the same time we started Crit Squad, I also started 3 other shows, and it turns out that was a stupid idea.
I think all of us
that no one should do.
I think all of us can relate and sympathize. So, but without further ado, we will get started. We'll talk more about Crit Squad later, of course, again, and tell people if they're not watching it, why they should be watching it. But we're going to be playing Agents of Smersh tonight. And Oz, do you want to tell us just briefly about how the game works before we just jump right in?
Yeah, sure. Basically, we each get on our turn, we move around the map. We have this whole world map here, and we are going to then have an encounter at the location that we land at. The location is either going to, and basically the encounter can help or hinder us. What we're trying to do is we're trying to defeat Dr. Lobo, this evil, maniacal, world domination bent man whose nickname is Dr. Lobotomy. And so we're going to, what we want is to make sure that his villain tracker does not reach players automatically lose. And before it gets to that point, we need to defeat his henchmen. We've got Darling, Mr. Big, Fedor Maximov, and Pierre. We have to defeat them several times. For us, it has to be 5 times.
Total,
Once we defeat
right?
them 5, correct. Once we defeat them 5 times, we need to have collected a certain amount of intel, which is going to be spawning all over the map, which we could collect in these encounters that we're going to have. We need to collect a certain amount of intel. All of the intel is going to go into this intel pool face down. When the game ends, once we've defeated henchmen 5 times, then we're going to flip all of the intel face up, and it has to match wherever Dr. Lobo is on his track. We need to have those icons on our intel pool, otherwise we lose the game.
So it's a scramble to go around the world to find all of the intel we need to do the things we need to do. And it would not be a Once Upon a Tabletop episode if we weren't role-playing characters at the table. So why don't we go around again and introduce who we are. We're playing, what is it? We're UN, we're affiliated with the UN? Is that what it is?
Yes.
The United Nations. And we're spies, right? We're trying to go around and do secret spy work. It's sort of like set in the 60s, 70s era, right?
Yeah, it's Cold War era.
Cold War era spy stuff. So I'll start by introducing myself. My character is Dexter Kane, and I am a sciencey sort of intellectual type, and I fancy myself a bit of a spy. And in the Cold War, you see, war is fought differently now than it has been ever before, and technology is advancing at a rapid pace. So someone with the skills and technological know-how as me will be instrumental in stopping the evil genius, Dr. Lobos. What about you, Cliff? Unmute your microphone first.
Yes, it's good that we have our egghead, yeah, but I am here for the muscle. I am Agent XX, codename Stealthfire. My real name, as you can see on the file, is Rocko Jurgen. You can call me any of those. XX, Stealthfire, Rocko, I go by. I am an Austrian ex-military muscle man, and I am ready to fight the Agents of Smersh and crush them. And I will tell you that I've worked on the perfect cover. It is my accent, yes. I am Austrian, and so I have developed the perfect accent for a cover. It's that of an American poorly imitating a German accent. They'll never discover my true nationality and find my real files.
Perfect. What about you, Chris? Who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Calli Dagger, and wars fought the same way. A tight dress, hidden pistol, and a fast car.
Simple. She's uncomplicated.
You don't get a code name Heartbreak by firing a gun.
And what about you, Oz?
Hello, I am Agent U00, otherwise known as Nika Shizuka, codename Snowcat. I used to be Secret Service in Japan. I'm a very insightful lady. One of my special abilities is that I get to mill the villain card. I get to be on top of what is happening. And I can mill the villain card deck and ensure that things turn out favorably. In addition, I am trained in stealth and weapons use. So I'm a very deadly, deadly woman.
Yes, I forgot my code name is Cerberus. Yes, and we all have various skills that we start with. We had decided this. Are we redrawing some of ours, or I know some of us aren't, but we can keep the ones we have if you want.
We can keep or we can draw a random one. I'm keeping stealth and weapons use because that just fits Nika.
I think I like detection and disguise and electronics. That's one thing that Dexter Kane, one of the extra abilities he has, so to speak, is he's an intellectual, right? So he's a scientist, and he has an extra skill that he starts with above everyone else. So I have electronics, detection, and disguise. What were yours, Cliff? What did Rocko start with? You're muted again.
I had adventure and speed before, so I'm getting used to a different push to talk button because
That's right.
the other one is used within the program here. So
Sure.
sorry about that. So yes, I had speed and adventure when we were playtesting earlier, but I swapped out the speed one and drew a random one and got lockpick, which is perfectly fine for me as well.
Lockpicking and adventure. And what about Calli Dagger? Chris.
Calli Dagger has seduction and driving and piloting.
Nice, because she's the wheel lady.
The wheelman.
The wheelman. The wheelsman. All right. So we, of course, would not have a Once Upon a Tabletop episode without the Once Upon a Wheel. So, Oz, do you want to explain to everybody how the Once Upon a Wheel works and how people can get involved and help support the channel by involving themselves and throwing wrenches in our plans?
Yeah, the Once Upon a Wheel has a bunch of things on it, which could be beneficial or not. And essentially, whenever the stream boss is defeated, as you can see, we're here, we're there. Am I pointing the right way?
No,
the right way.
It's the other way.
The other way, this
It's
way.
right below me. That little gun that's below me is where the stream boss is. You can see the health. That's starting at 1,000 tonight.
Yep, and so when that thing gets all the way knocked down, then we get to spin the wheel, and whoever has dealt the killing blow and become the stream boss gets to decide who to issue that penalty or bonus to. So you get to throw a wrench into
What
plans.
are some examples of things that are on the wheel that people can look forward to spinning and doing to us?
Aside from multiple game things like giving us resolve, which helps us with rolls, or taking away our resolve, and giving us UN transports to move around the board, bonus dice. But there's also some fun ones in there, such as drop something. So you have to lose a thing, whatever it is, even a stat. But there's also roleplay segments in there. So you can choose to have someone meet the director of the agency, or have an agency meeting with the other agents. So, or take a view into their normal life, their cover identity, in which they're like, "Hey, honey, I'm home." So, yeah. There's lots of fun stuff on that wheel. So
You
get
want
in there and,
want to make that wheel spin because that is what, in our experience on this show, we've been doing this for a while. That is what makes this show the most fun, is when that wheel gets spun and it just makes hilarious things happen. The way you can do that is by like I said, dealing all the damage to the stream boss, starting at 1,000. But doing that, you can follow, does a little bit of damage. Cheering with bits, every bit that you cheer with does 1 point of damage. Subscribing if you're not a subscriber, or resubscribing will do like a big 300 hit point chunk. And also donating. If you click on the tips link below and donate either with PayPal or a credit card, you do some damage that way as well. Periodically that information's popping up on the screen, so just you'll know. Already we got Palmer getting us started with a $1 donation. Thanks, Palmer, and that has done some damage already. So we are going to get started. Who is going first?
Oh, the person who last saw a spy movie goes first.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Well, we all know I haven't seen Ronin yet. I don't watch a lot of spy movies.
I watched The Spy Who Dumped Me not 4 days ago.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, you beat me. Mine was a few months ago when I showed Kingsman to my husband.
Cliff, can you beat 4 days ago? Nope, wrong push to talk button.
Curses! No, I have no idea when the last time I watched a spy movie was.
All right, well
so
then I think Chris, our guest gets to go first. Chris. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna start. Each turn has 3 phases, and it starts with the movement phase. You get to move around the board. Where are you starting here, Chris?
I'm starting in New York, and I need to get somewhere in Africa first. So I'm gonna head just 1 step here to Ottawa, and wait at the airport.
Ottawa,
in
the
sunny Canada.
Ottawa is the gateway to Africa. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Gateway to the east.
And to elaborate for the people watching, one of the things that we have 2 locations that we need to hit up, and each of us have 2 locations. And when we do encounters at those locations, then we get rewarded, usually with a top secret bonus of some kind.
All right. I have to go to Regina. Both of mine are in North America, so we can switch places there, pal.
Yeah, I've got to go to South America and Asia, so about that.
Oof.
Anyway,
Fun.
So question, do we still want to read our own encounters, or do we want someone to just read them for you?
I believe we decided when we did our test that reading your own encounters would be best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Ottawa.
So to explain, I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead. I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna do the thing that you're about to explain.
Yeah,
why
so
it's
I
important.
like to give everybody context of what we're doing. So this game, we just did the movement phase. He's moving around the board. We know he's trying to get to Calli Dagger's trying to get to Africa. But the second phase is the encounter phase, and that's where all the fun happens in this game. You based on your location, you are involved in an encounter, and that encounter will sort of randomly decide, like you get to decide how you want to approach an encounter. An encounter is like oh, somebody approaches you in an alley or something like that, you know. And it's all based on your location. And we have these apps that we're using, these super elegantly designed apps for Agents of Smersh. And it allows us to do that. So that's what we were talking. That's if you see us looking down at our phones, it's not because we might be texting somebody, but
you'll never know.
Well, you know, like because it saves us having to each have one of these books of
Giant
encounters.
books,
I actually own the physical copy of this game, and yeah, this is how many encounters there are in the game.
wow. So the app is helpful. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Pyrocat.
Hey, thanks, Pyro.
Yes, welcome.
Welcoming.
So that's what we're talking about. So now the encounter phase. Chris, go ahead. You're in North America, so read a North American encounter.
And in Ottawa, Calli finds that she is under surveillance.
Ooh.
And of the many options I have as to how I intend to handle that, I'm going to try to escape with no intel.
Right.
So I've heard reports of a local militia group accepting money from Smersh, renting a Jeep. I'd drive out to their training grounds, keeping them under surveillance for several days to determine if the group is planning a terrorist attack. Watching from an elevated position on day 3, I see 2 Jeeps, or Dreeps, depending on where you're from, with armed men leaving the compound and heading in my direction. I jump inside my Jeep, and I pass, escaping effortlessly because I have the driving skill.
Ooh,
Nice.
It allows you to do that, huh? It makes perfect sense. So, so yeah, in an encounter, there are ways. Normally, you would have to roll some dice appropriate to a skill that you get to choose and is on your sheet. But there's always a sort of like, if you skill that if you have a special skill, then you can use that to have a automatic success.
Yeah, and Calli definitely knows how to handle a Dreep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been driving Dreeps since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And I take the chase to them by driving head-on towards one Jeep, causing it to capsize. The second Jeep chases me down a winding dirt road, speeding towards a rotted bridge. I ramp my Jeep onto an embankment at full speed, barrel rolling as I fly over the creek and landing wheels down on the other side. The Jeep behind me tries the same maneuver and lands in the creek, sinking from view. And as a result, we get 1 intel, and I get the advanced skill.
Nice.
That is great driving. I heard about your mission. It went very well.
Thank
So we
you.
gain an intel. That means, I believe you just get the intel.
Cool. So it just goes in the pool.
Yep.
Intel
Nice.
in the pool. All right.
Proudly hosted on PhotoBucket.
Is that still showing for you guys? I'm so sorry.
Absolutely. The Intel pool, proudly hosted on PhotoBucket.
They're not a sponsor, but here they are.
But you might think they would be. All right. So that means we go around clockwise around the table, right? So does that mean it's Cliff's turn?
I need to flip over a villain card.
Oh, shoot. I forgot the 3rd phase of every turn. After your encounter, we do the villain phase.
And the Soviets deny UN access to Smersh archives, remove any intel from USSR, and add intel to Reykjavik.
Ooh.
World news tonight.
Where the heck is Reykjavik? There it is. I know where Reykjavik is in the world. I don't know where it is on this map.
It would be probably
By
near-
Iceland?
I found it.
Yeah.
It is a map
found
of the world, yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like most of the Arctic Circle cut off.
Right. But not Reykjavik.
No. I'll Reykjavik.
All right, Cliff. That's your turn. So Rocko, you're
Yeah, well, I'm from Austria, Prague actually. No, that's Czechoslovakia. Damn it. Let's say, Vienna. That's what I'm thinking of. Vienna, Austria. It's a very cosmopolitan place. I have been placed here under deep cover in Siberia for the moment when Dr. Lobo will make his move and I will be needed. So that was the time I can come out and get away from all these bears and tigers. So let's
my.
see
And those
here.
damn Soviets.
Yes, well, they're okay.
They're denying the UN.
yeah.
Not the ones that I meet. They're generally concerned with, snow and hunting and that sort of thing. But I'll get to move on and get the hell out of here. So I travel to this place. I think it is no longer in the Soviet space anymore. There's lots of different things and the food looks different. It's I
you're in
can't read
Beijing.
any of these signs.
Beijing.
I'm not sure where I am, but I'm fine in the airport. Hopefully it will be a good place. So I have an encounter here.
All right, welcome to Beijing.
You were quick on the draw with the music tonight. All right, how's your encounter? Whoa, 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 you're wrong push to talk again.
no.
I'm sorry, we didn't hear any of it.
Okay, so breaking and entering option C is what I'm doing here. So I apparently need to acquire my plane ticket or something in order to get a favor or get some ID or something. Out of all the potential options, you know, I've been stranded out in the woods of Siberia for some time, so I'm gonna pick let's have some fun. Okay, move to Himalayas. Your romantic entanglement with the CIA agent has perhaps gone farther than you intended. I didn't even know she thought I was hitting on her. The two of you share many interests, among them high-altitude snow skiing, safe cracking. Unfortunately, you've fallen for a double agent. Well, she seems cool and all, but... Let's see, I test deception -2 or persuasion requiring 2 hits. But I passed with detection. I don't have that ability. You seem like a very, very lovely girl, and I'm so glad that we met. Let's see, who's gonna roleplay my paramour that is using me?
Yes.
The double agent.
Yes. You're gorgeous. You're the man of my dreams. I could stay here forever with you in these snowy mountains.
Yes,
This is where you belong.
I've just had quite enough of snow. I've been in Siberia for a long time. You see, I've been there on business. I can't tell you any more than that.
Oh, but I think you could.
You do need the snow for the skiing. Let's see if I fall for you or not. Let's see. Deception -2 would be -1.
All right.
Or persuasion would require 2, that'd be 0. So I think I'm going to spend a resolve point so I can add 2 to my deception. So I'm just doing a straight deception of 1. So I roll the black die plus 1 bonus die and hope I get a pistol.
Okay.
Right. So when we're rolling tests, there's various rules about how you determine how many dice you're going to roll. I won't bore you necessarily with that. It's based on your stats, but of whatever dice you are rolling, you're trying to get if you can get a pistol on one of the faces of the dice, then you succeed. And it's not easy to do. But he did it.
But I see you for what you are. You are just trying to use me to find out that I'm a spy. Oh no! I'm a spy, but I punch you in the face and run away.
I will come for you soon. Just wait.
Heyo.
That went better than most of my dates.
Now, if you had taken damage, that plus sign would have healed a point of it. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I actually should read the past win thing here. So,
Oh, yeah, you
I
should.
gained very valuable information. Be more careful with my affairs, Agent. I get 2 advanced skills. Wow. Do I draw those randomly, or do I get to pick them?
Random.
You just get 2
Let's
advanced
shuffle.
skills?
Yes.
It's so
Damn.
bad that she turned out to be a double agent. She taught me showed me so many things about life.
Like,
Like seduction.
of
How
course,
appropriate.
appropriate.
Uh-huh.
And gambling and luck.
Ooh,
Nice.
you must
We
have
need-
met her
I
in a
feel like we-
casino.
So I've learned how to live a little, I think, after coming out of Siberia. I am prepared to face the world and save it from the evil of Dr. Lobo.
What was her name? She needs like a cover name. We can refer back to her.
Oh, I shall never forget the lady double agent who goes by the true name, her code name is
Did you say ill?
well, no, I'm waiting to get something from
Oh.
the chat or somebody else.
Yeah, chat.
Yeah.
Why don't you? That's a good
You were
idea. Why don't-
cycling through the prompts there, and right now her name is OMG, guys.
Yeah. So.
I kind of want to go for like Viper.
Yeah.
Or
Her name was-
Widow, Black Widow.
OMG Geist.
OMG Geist. Yeah. All right. While we're
Irina.
waiting on what the name is,
That's not very codename like.
Irina.
That's probably her
Irina.
real name.
Irina.
Yes. No, it wasn't her real name, but I shall always look fondly on the name
Serpent.
Irina. And embitterly, of course, Irina the Serpent.
Yes, Serpent.
Ooh.
Thanks, Pirate Cat.
She poisoned my heart, but showed me so much of life.
All right, now you're going to need to draw from the villain deck. The villain deck, for those of you following along, is sort of like you can think of it like the bad guy's turn. You know, we just took our turn, now they take their turn.
Okay, so end of turn event. Children in Cape Town brainwashed into joining End Times cult. Ah,
Well,
that's bad. We remove all intel from North America and add intel to Salvador and Cape Town.
Salvador.
Salvador's over here.
And now,
Cape Town over here in Africa.
as we go to the next turn, as Rocko heads over to the airport, getting ready to take off and fly somewhere else, quietly sobs in a dark room.
Oh, how sad.
Irina.
All right.
I will miss you, but I'll kill you the next time I see you.
All right.
Nice.
Dexter Kane is going to take his move. Cerberus is going to be. I like how Palmer says the real nerds pronounce a hard C, Cerberus. I assume that's a Latin joke.
Care Bears.
So I'm gonna be. I need to get myself to North America. So I'm gonna head over to the airport in Lagos. Yeah, Dexter was, he's a scientist. He's been in Africa researching, doing on a UN peacekeeping mission before he got called into action for this particular mission. He was researching, cures for malaria. And so he's headed over to Lagos to execute this newest mission against Dr. Lobo. All right, so I'm in Africa. I'm going to be doing my encounter. Let's see. Test your limits. So I'm testing my limits. I'm going to, I guess, I'm going to examine, because examining seems like, of the choices I have, I'm going to examine. That seems like what Dexter would do. And there's no intel here. Okay, I'm examining. All right, it says, a guide is flying you over an area that has been ravaged by deforestation. Peering down from the plane, you believe that this is not only the result of industrialization, but also because Smersh is planning to build a facility. Just as you begin to take photos of the area, your guide grabs your camera and sticks a gun in your face. You wrestle, and a bullet grazes your temple before you force her to the floor and take the gun from her. With a sudden motion, she flings herself at the controls. You shoot her, but the plane is veering out of control. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can't pass because I don't have piloting. Piloting would have made me pass. But I can test with Spycraft -1. Unfortunately, all of my skills, all of my attributes, or whatever you would call it, are at 1 because I'm a jack of all trades. So that puts me, Spycraft -1 would put me at 0.
Somebody hold a gun to his face.
Well, I shot her is what it says. So, I wrestled it. You're dead.
And now the plane is going down.
Yeah, now the plane is going down. Oh no! This is the one class I didn't take in spy school. I guess I will. What happens if you run out of resolve? Nothing, right?
You can't reroll.
I think I'm going to.
Your plane is going down, man.
Listen, don't be that guy with 999 potions at the end of the game.
+1 to a single test. I'm gonna add. If I do a +1, I'll move my resolve down. by 1. I'll use a resolve to get my spycraft back up to 1. Do I need to spend 2 to get an extra die, or is...
You can only ever spend 1 resolve.
I can spend
at a
up
time.
to 2.
Ooh, yes. So you can get so you can get a bonus die or a reroll.
All right. But if I
And you can choose it says per turn, so you can like roll and then be like, okay, let me spend a resolve to re-roll it, or.
All right, I am going to add +1 to this test. It would bring my persuasion up to 1. Will that give me 2 dice?
Yes.
Your persuasion?
You'll get one die.
I mean, not my persuasion, my spycraft.
Black die.
Yeah,
Your spycraft is brought down to 0, and then you spend enough to get up to 1. Then you'll roll 1 die in addition to the.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I did. I spent the resolve so that I can have an extra die. Do I need to? Here we go. All right. Let's roll these and hope I get a pistol. Got one. So what is
Nice.
this? What is this?
Oh, that means that you get an injury.
So I also have an injury?
Yep. But you still succeed. But
How do I
so
keep
just,
track of... Is there a way to keep track of my injuries?
Yeah, this bag here, you just grab an injury token.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I was wrestling, and the bullet did, after all, graze my temple. Yeah, let's see what happens. So I passed. It says, pass. You just managed to get the plane under control before it hits the ground. Ugh, and my head hits the, whatever, flight controls. You return safely to base with the pictures. Top secret. What is top secret?
You get a top secret card. So go ahead and
Ooh.
draw from the top secret deck.
All right.
I don't know what the ramifications of that are, but it sounds cool.
Let's see what it says,
Good
everyone.
thing.
It says infiltration. Before rolling dice, gain +1 to your test, or proudly hosted on PhotoBucket. After a failed test roll, you may re-roll a single die. Oh, after a failed test roll, you can. So I can either. It's kind of like what I just did. I can either add a die or re-roll a die, and then discard it after.
And it's a discard. So it's like a free resolve.
Awesome.
Nice.
So that was that. I will draw from the villain deck now. And it says, end of turn event, XKGB seek UN protection. Ooh, remove intel from Asia, but add intel in Paris and Ulan Oud.
Ooh. So actually, that puts 5 intel on the board. Our intel limit for the board is 4. So as soon as we go over that, we clear all of the intel from the board.
Oh no!
We
Yeah. So-
didn't move fast enough to get intel.
Correct. So drop the intel back in the bag, guys.
Damn it. Well, we also closed the airport in Osorno. Where is that? It's in North America or South America.
Here, right here by Patagonia.
Yeah, right here. Oh. There we go. Airport closed in Osorno.
Uh-oh.
We lost the intel, guys. I'm gonna send coded messages to all of my fellow spies. We need to be seeking out more intel, people. Beep 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 beep.
Damn it. I think Dr. Lobo has cleaned up everything.
He's a
I don't know where to
crafty
go.
he's a crafty villain, he is.
Damn it, he saw us coming.
All right. You're up, Oz.
Okay. So Nika has to go to Osorno and to Kolkata. Since there's currently no intel, she figures she's gonna just work on her own secret mission she's been specially assigned to. And so let's see, everything is really far from her. She's over in the
Sounds like
He's
an
over at the
existential
Alps.
problem.
yeah. I think I guess I will just move to I could move to Moscow, I guess, and that way I can. Oh wait, no, I can't. The arrows to the Alps only let me go to Rome or Paris. So then I'll have to do Paris and London. All right, I'm in London, so I'm going to do a Europe encounter. And the encounter is spoiling for a fight. Oh. This game knows me so well already. All right, reaction group H. I can be nosy, all in, the setup, cheat. I'm just a natural, or it's my good looks. When it's spoiling for a fight, Nika Shizuka is all in. And with no intel. All right. Ooh, Agent Max. Agent Max is the model UN agent. He's always there to give us a helping hand, and if anyone ever messes with Agent Max, well, they better run. The reason I bring him up is because Agent Max is with me. Are you with me? Asks Agent Max, tossing aside her gun. That's her. We found ourselves in trouble when ninjas appeared out of nowhere. Drawing my katana, which let's face it, is what ninjas do. I wanted to take off, but Max wants to fight, just for the heck of it. Fine, says Shizuka. Then let's show them what we've got. I test deception. I pass with speed or driving. I don't have speed or driving. I figured it would be with weapons use. Womp. All right, so I have to do deception -2, which is -2, or hand-to-hand, but I need 2 successes. So I only have 1 bonus die in hand-to-hand, so that is going to have to be a resolve to get a bonus die so that I can be 2 bonus dice for 2 successes. And, okay, before I do that, I'm going to use my watch. I'm going to use the latest of Dr. FX's designs. Before rolling dice in one of my tests, I can look at the top villain card and either discard it or keep it on the top.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, because I have a feeling that there's a possibility I might fail, right? So, let's see. Yeah, if I fail, then villain advancement would be 2, so I'm going to put that at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to draw 2 dice, having to spend my resolve.
Who is this guy on the watch card? He does not look like he's old enough to be a spy.
I think that might be Dr. FX.
Huh.
Dr. FX is a kindly gray-haired man in his 60s. He's the UN's gadget man.
Definitely not him.
Yeah, no. He works in an underground lab in Paris. All right, so drawing 2 dice and wish me luck.
Good luck.
Okay, I think the black die is good. So, here we go. The black symbols. Okay.
3 dice.
Here we go. Need 2 guns. Oh, it fell back in the bag. Well, either way, nothing. There's no way I could have passed that, so I failed.
That one failure, though, is proudly hosted on Photobook.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I should roll it because I should re-roll it just to see because that could have been an injury or something as well. Okay, so that's the triangles are failures, and I get 1 injury.
All right.
Ouch.
Nika didn't put her money where her mouth was. All right, fail. You're too slow to fight the ninjas hand to hand. I jump inside of a parked truck and try to run over the ninjas, but they dodge easily and pull me out. I'm caught, but at least Max gets away. I also get a further 1 injury.
Good. I mean, not good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and says, and I'm getting flabby. That's a status effect. So let's see what happens there.
Wow.
I've been out of training. I can't go by just heart alone.
Who knew that
Getting
being an
flabby.
international spy?
The UN director says he constantly sees me snacking on something. Oh, great. I'm fat.
What a jerk.
When conducting an athletics or hand-to-hand test, I may only pull 1 die from the bag maximum.
It was
I may discard this card as a reward for completing a secret mission.
It was the 70s. They were a bunch. This guy's a sexist a-hole. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, look, sweetheart,
Yeah.
you're getting a little, you're putting on a little weight there, eh?
I don't think he would have said that to the men.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not my fault that I have such a tortured soul that drives me to eat mochi ice cream, entire tubs of it.
It's just so good.
All right.
Shit. Okay, so also as a consequence of my failure, we advance. So Dr. Lobo is going to advance by 2 anyway.
Oh gosh.
Here, let's see. Project Death Star launched as millions awoke this morning to find 2 moons in the sky.
Oh my god.
Advanced Dr. Lobo's track to 2.
They saw what now?
There's
2
a second
moons
moon
in the
sky. He's
What?
advanced
That's
as
no
Death
moon.
Star.
Dr.
Where to
Lobo.
go, Snowcat?
Dr.
And-
Lobo, what are you up to?
Do you read what the other thing is?
No, I draw another card, and that's going to be the villain phase, which is
got it.
end of turn. Piracy increases as Smersh outfits ships with advanced radar technology. Remove all intel in Europe. Add intel to the South Atlantic. And then for the airport, we have to close any city that we want in Europe.
Maybe Warsaw?
Okay, intel in South Atlantic, and then Warsaw, you think?
Sure.
There's no surrounding airport, so it's going to be a kind of a pain.
Oh, maybe Paris
Yeah, I
then.
think
But you're in Paris. How about... Oh, wait, no, you're not in Paris.
I'm thinking Rome.
Yeah. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
go to Rome.
All right. The airport in Rome is now closed. I feel like a failure. I have dishonored myself and my country.
So I may have to... I may have to take a detour on my trek to North America and go grab that intel in the South Atlantic Ocean. I'm pretty close to that. Anyway, it's not my turn. I'm just
Well-
thinking out loud because this is a cooperative game.
It is cooperative. I can get there on my turn.
Can you?
Yep.
Well, once
UN
remember.
transport.
Oh, UN transport. How does a UN... Explain to everyone how a UN transport works.
You spend one and you can go anywhere in the world.
And
They helicopter you in.
it's these
Yep.
tokens. Not everybody has a UN transport, but Calli Dagger, as well as who else started with one?
Agent
Snowcat.
I started with one as well, yeah.
Agent Japanese stereotype has one.
Yeah. All right.
Is it Calli Danger's turn again?
Yes, it
It's
is.
Calli Dagger, but I just can't not call her Calli Danger.
That's all right.
South Atlantic. Is there an airport there? No. Okay. I'm gonna call in a chopper. And I'm gonna get myself to the South Atlantic. This is more important than my mission. It's my mission, but the other one. It's one of the 3. I'm confused, and it's time for an ocean encounter,
Ooh.
which is
My favorite
an
kind.
often missed section on Craigslist. License to Kill is the topic, and among my options, it's my good looks is the one that I choose to take. Show encounter. With nothing better to do on board the cruise ship, I decide to enter a dance competition.
Because why not?
With my killer moves, I'm dead certain to win. And that evening, as I head for the dance floor, dressed entirely in white, there are audible gasps as I make my appearance. I can test athletics +1 or pass with seduction, which I have,
Yeah.
so I do.
Who's that?
There was only
lady?
There was only ever going to be one winner. As I soak up the applause and collect the trophy, I spot the exchange of intel by the 2 KGB in the audience. Up any skill. I'm going up persuasion. Why not? Why not min-max?
Yeah, do it.
And then we get that intel,
Congrats.
Who's that
Yep.
lady?
and then I'm gonna follow the KGB and watch what they do by flipping over a villain card. Nope, not the whole deck, Christopher. I mean, Calli. Okay.
Quick snatch. Yeah.
Basic operation of the software is beyond me. And at the end of my turn, the crown jewels have been stolen. Violence
No!
erupts in Trafalgar Square. Add intel to Stockholm, and there's an airport closing, but someone's red hand is over it. The airport closes in Reykjavik. I got out just in time.
I got it. Reykjavik.
They're on to you.
They're on to you.
Can't possibly be a coincidence. You said the intel was in Stockholm?
Add intel in Stockholm.
All right, there you go.
Cool.
All right.
Damn it, the crown jewels.
Guys, I think I'm going to stay on this boat a week longer. I earned it.
Damn it, Calli. Now is not the time. We need good agents on the field. Not
I'm
like
sorry,
me.
I can't hear you with your mouth full.
You're right. You're right. I am shameful.
Shouldn't you be working out or something?
Don't tell me what to do.
Listen,
Just a
it's
suggestion.
just that nobody's ever seen a fat ninja.
There's always a first for everything. And I just hang up the call. I can't.
All right, Rocko.
And then she looks at her tub of mochi ice cream and she chucks it at a wall angrily.
Break the mirror.
No. All right, so Celsius has acquired what he needed to get the credentials to fly into Miami.
Ooh.
So I've got the USA passport.
Hey,
The
Mr.
viral
Stonebender.
shirt.
Thanks for the cheer.
Yeah.
Speaking
the
of,
very
I'm gonna
dark sunglasses.
interrupt you for just a second, Cliff. I apologize. It reminds me that I want to remind the people watching that, hey, if we do all the damage to the stream boss, which there is 694 health left, if we knock that all the way down, we get to spin the wheel, and that's when the real magic happens. So help us spin that wheel by taking out the stream boss, because not only do you help us spin the wheel, but your name gets put up there, and you're special.
So special. Not like me.
That's some emotionally self-destructive fourth wall.
All right, I'm sorry, Cliff. Keep going, Rocko.
Okay, so I have an encounter in Miami, yeah. But that is also have a secret mission, so I don't know what to do. Can someone help me? I'm gonna call. Hey, Spy Command! I've arrived in the Miami airport. I don't know what to do next. I've been in
Alright.
Siberia. I see no bears or tigers to fight. I'm just not sure how to transition to this. There's no snow or anything. How am I supposed to blend in? All of my camo is winter camo. Hello? Hello?
Sorry.
Hockey.
Let me get him. Someone forgot how to play. Yeah.
Take the Miami card and flip it. That means that you've done it. You're about to have an encounter in Miami,
Hey.
and all you have left to do is this one. Once you flip both, then you get your reward.
Oh, so you have to complete both to get your reward.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you pass or fail, as long as you have an encounter there.
What are the numbers?
Okay, so in Miami I have Strange Encounter. Out of all the various different options I can pick here, let's see. I guess I will go with Good Spy, Bad Spy. So someone else shows up. I'm here from, or they're here from, they're here from a spy command, so to speak, to help me out. But are they really there to help me?
I guess we'll find out.
Hello, I am here from Spy Command. I am most definitely here to help you, and you have never met me before.
You are Agent 44? Agent 44 is arousing UN suspicions. He often travels to the Caribbean, even when on assignment in other regions of the world, without an explanation. You are tasked with tailing him, and if necessary, neutralizing him.
Uh-oh.
Move to the Caribbean.
This still counts as your Miami encounter, even if you move to the Caribbean, so no worries. But you're going to Cuba.
Add the agent into a wooded area. Where you find them participating in a voodoo ritual. Suddenly you feel a sharp pin in your side and fall awkwardly out of the tree you climb to get a closer look. Test, whatever, it doesn't matter because I passed with adventuring or seduction and I have both.
Whoa, you're a seductive adventurer.
I am here too. I run up and grab the voodoo idol or something and plop a sandbag in place and run as a whole bunch of people are chasing me, throwing spears and shooting arrows at me, and I am much better prepared than a recent missionary, and managed to acquire a ride on a seaplane because I've previously seduced the owner back at a bar in the Caribbean bar. So I make my way. I pass the adventuring and seduction.
Nice.
And let's see, you wake up tied to a bed and you demand to see Agent 44. He is amazed to find you there and releases you. He explains that his interest in voodoo dates back to his anthropology major and couldn't resist the chance to take part in a real ritual. Up any skill, advanced skill. So that does it mean I up a skill and I get an advanced skill?
Yep.
Sweet.
Excellent.
Voodoo ritual made you stronger.
What happens if I draw one that I already own?
Put it back and draw another one. Just remember to shuffle the bag.
Man. Stealthfire has all the special skills.
Yeah.
Holy
It's a big
moly.
stack of purple.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I know how to use the boats now. I have driving and piloting.
Well done.
Well,
Just as long as you don't think you can do it better than me.
Oh, of course not.
all right, it's the villain's turn.
Improve my persuasion so I have nothing at 0.
Oh,
Did
nice.
somebody draw the villain card yet?
Nope.
All right. Idi Amin joins what he proclaims to be the Smersh Revolution. Add intel to Seattle. And Rio de Janeiro's airport is closed.
On it. How do airports reopen?
They don't.
Holy H!
It's a growing global crisis.
All right. Seattle doesn't have an airport? God. Hipsters. They gotta ride their bicycles everywhere. All right, so I guess that makes it my turn. I'm going to, since the South Atlantic Ocean was taken care of and we got the intel from there, I'm gonna go ahead with my my previous plan to fly into New York. New York is red. The airport is red. Why?
That means that city will never close. That airport
Nice.
will always be open.
All right, well, I'm flying right into there. And that was one of my...
You have like the little line going across the map.
Yeah.
Cartoon plane.
And that was one of my missions. What do the numbers on here mean? Are they important right now or at all?
Which numbers?
The numbers on the card, the secret mission card.
No, those are for drawing encounters if we were to do it
okay.
from the without the app.
All I needed to know. I did one of them. I'm in New York. That's where I needed to be. And now I will go and do my North American encounter. So let's do it. North America. It says it's called... My encounter is a strange encounter. I can do Into the Lion's Den, A Strange Obsession, I'm Your Biggest Fan, Good Spy, Bad Spy. We just did that one. I won't do that. Act Uninterested or Be Nice. I feel like feel like Dexter Kane is a nice guy, so he's gonna be nice. There's no intel there, so move to New Orleans. 10 fingers on a fender. A fat Louisiana cop has pulled over your Alfa Romeo Spider. You know you were speeding, but you really don't have time for this. Fancy car you got there. I bet you think you're something special, don't you? I'm sorry, officer, but it's vital that I'm allowed to go. I'll happily pay a fine, perhaps a little extra for your trouble, if you get my drift. Test persuasion. I can pass with seduction, which I don't believe I have. Or
Could you try?
or I can test persuasion -2, and I
Get out of a speeding ticket.
You have to do seduction.
well, no, I don't have seduction. That would be my automatic pass. So.
Oh, that wasn't a test.
Yeah. So persuasion. Who's gonna be the police officer that pulled me over? Not Oz, because he's played every NPC so far. Chris, you be my police officer, my police cop.
I just gotta get back to the cafe, so if you could hurry up and give me your license and registration, that'd be great.
Well, what you don't understand is I'm on a very important. I was headed to the hospital because my wife is in labor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to use two resolve, knock me down to 3, so that I can give myself a +2 on this.
You can only use 1 resolve.
I can use 2. That's my.
Oh, that's
one of my
right. Sorry,
special
I thought it
things.
was right.
Yep.
You can use 2. It's Rocko that can use 1 to get +2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can use.
Bastards with your
I can
resolve.
use 2. That'll put me at it'll put me back at a 1, so I'll get an extra die on this and hopefully pass and convince him that my wife is in labor.
You're gonna have to convince me that someone married you first.
I believe it or
Dang.
not, sir, I was head of the Glee club in high school.
Were you?
Yes, that was many years ago, but I've
That's
only become.
all the women.
I've only learned more about the opposite sex since then.
What are you from the coast? I hear they're weird like that out there.
Well, I got a pistol. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm a man of the world. I've been all over the place, and but I really must go. My wife, I don't want my child to be born without me.
Listen, I'm sure whenever that really happens, you'll be there. But I'm just gonna get back. You seem like a good kid, and I don't think anyone in the Glee club's posing any danger.
All right, so success. I passed. The officer does indeed get your drift, and you complete your transaction, and are soon on your way. Advance a skill, and get an advanced skill, and up a skill. All right.
Oof.
So I think persuasion certainly should go up because I just successfully persuaded a police cop.
I agree.
Or maybe it's
Police cop.
Yeah. And I'll get a new advanced skill, which is from which bag? Isn't there a bag?
This bag.
Skills.
It's
okay.
purple.
Appropriate. It is driving and piloting. Yeah, because of course I got pulled over because I was speeding, right? On those on the highway.
So now you've learned how to be a better, more responsible citizen.
Because
on
it's
the
the
road.
it's the 60s and 70s, so I was like, ooh, the speed limit here is 55 miles per hour. I'm gonna go 80.
You rebel. You should move to
New Orleans.
Orleans too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that was a thing. Like what's that one song? I can't drive 55. Like 55.
Yeah.
Was,
Sammy Hagar.
yeah. Like apparently that was really fast. Now when it's 55, I'm like, God damn it! I'm never gonna get there.
Well, I think it was they lowered the freeway speed limit to 55 or put a speed limit on when there wasn't one before.
Oh, so he was mad about being forced to drive 55?
Yeah, it was people who were upset that they had to drive so slow.
Oh, so he was saying, I can't drive 55. I need to go 55. Yeah.
I almost died just then. I hope it was worth it.
It was totally worth it. All right, villain deck. Let's do this. Let's see. Pacific Island discovered with hypnotized workers. Remove intel from South America and add intel to the Pacific Ocean. And also close the airport in Casablanca.
He's looking at you, kid.
Adios, airport.
All right, guys, we need to get that intel, and fast.
Yeah, we need to summon henchmen. So actually,
is that something we can do?
Yeah, whenever you land on intel, instead of putting it in the pool, you can choose to summon a henchman somewhere on the board.
All right.
So
Snowcat. I'm sending a secret message to Snowcat. Agent Snowcat. I hear there's some important things going on in Stockholm that you may want to observe.
I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. Who is that?
Is your refrigerator running? Click.
Did you patch in a stranger yet again with your damned cockamamie inventions?
I was sure this time it would work.
You're gonna compromise us all. That could have been a Smersh. That could have been someone from Smersh.
Certainly it wasn't. The my devices here, my gauges tell me it was not. All right.
I'm gonna take a ferry over to Stockholm.
Yeah.
So that Nika can do the intel encounter. So what I'm gonna do is my piece. All right. So I'm gonna actually discard this intel.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to summon a henchman. So we draw from the fate deck to find out where that is, and that's going to be in Dakar, Africa. Let me shuffle these.
Oh, right, that's right. So what's happening right now is instead of the getting the intel, like he said, the more intel we get, the more better odds we have of defeating Dr. Lobo when the time comes to actually defeat him. But instead of using the intel, what he did was he just summoned a henchman, and that's summoning one of these 4 people that we have to defeat a total of 5 times. So now we'll go find him in Dakar, whoever it is, and then go fisticuffs for our first hopefully first defeat.
I've got business in Africa. I'm on it.
I found something. I think there's a lead. Something big in Dakar.
Let's pretend those sentences were in the reverse order.
Don't you know that we read the other way than you? This is how we speak.
That joke is stupid.
It's really bad.
You're my favorite person.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right, so you're up. Ooh. Okay, roll a d6. I just don't even get... No, me.
Oh, you.
All right, so I'm going to roll this d6. Ding. On a 3, I conduct battle with Mr. Big.
Already?
I've been surprise attacked. Now this doesn't count as, just so you know, this does not count as a defeat against a villain on the track. Like we have to actually go to locations to do it. This is just representing the henchman suddenly showing up and deciding to...
Let's learn a little bit about Mr. Big. Mr. Big got his start working for small city mafia groups. He soon established a reputation for himself and moved up the criminal network until Smersh requested his services. He has a big appetite for face smashing and does not like small talk. Often seen in a suit and tie with large jewel-encrusted diamond and gem rings on all 10 fingers. Mr. Big loves a good brawl. All right.
You.
I thought that was your name, Agent.
I have I have something to prove to myself and to my other agents.
Yeah, is it how small a shirt you can fit in?
Bring it on, you bastard. All right, so test hand-to-hand to avoid getting put down by Mr. Big. My hand-to-hand is 1, and since I'm getting flabby, I can only pull 1 die from the bag anyway.
Oh, no.
So that is my... this is my chance to prove myself. All right, shuffling the bag, and we're pulling this die. Here we go. No. Wait, I will spend a resolve to re-roll this die.
The green one.
Damn it!
Still, fate has dealt you an injury.
All right, so I take an injury from that.
Oof.
So feel free to roleplay how you're kicking my ass.
Not much for small talk. Let me know when you're done being awake, okay?
Yeah, good one,
just
Mr.
like-
Big.
Pound. Nobody told you to talk, Steven.
Sorry, sir.
Christ, if it weren't for your mother.
And just leaves me bleeding in the streets of Stockholm. Because I failed, I lower my athletics.
Ouch. Not good for someone who's getting flabby.
Yeah, no.
There's an arc being enforced by the game here.
Yeah, no, I am the worst spy ever.
Snowcat
all right.
acquires lots and lots of tubs of ice cream for the post.
No, I need to rest. I'm gonna have
Post
hospital
loss,
ice cream next turn.
We missed it a little while ago. Sorry, Avenzi. Avenzi cheered for us. Thanks, pal. We're down to
Thank you.
494 HP on the stream boss. Come on, guys, let's do it.
Yeah, we need it because the villain advancement is going to be 2.
Oof.
6 American senators. Somebody get this hand off of it. 6 American senators indicted on charges of accepting bribes from Smersh operatives. Advanced by 2.
Ouch.
So Dr. Lobo's already at 4.
Oh my god, that's like halfway there.
I know. All right, and then... Oh, I should have done a watch. Son of a bitch. I failed you.
Yep, we got a lot of work to do before it advances a bunch more on Snowcat's next turn.
Yeah.
And then end of turn event, Smersh sells yellow cake uranium to African doomsday cult.
Yellow cake.
Remove intel from Africa. Add intel to Novosibirsk in the USSR. And we close
Novosibirsk.
Novosibirsk. And we closing
London?
Vegas.
No.
Close Vegas.
My vacation.
And intel to Novosibirsk. And I feel so bad for Nika. She's not well.
No. I wonder if maybe
gonna-
something happened at home before, you know?
Well, you know what, Nika, you can go ahead and take a break, drown your sorrows in some more ice cream, and we are going to take a break here on Once Upon a Tabletop. So far, so good, guys. I feel like we're really in the mud, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly because of Snowcat.
Yeah,
Mostly.
Mostly
Well,
because of stuff.
I'm thinking I can head up to Dakar, and then I'll be in Africa, and I can get to my 2 secret missions and get that benefit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna try grabbing
also-
some intel here. Maybe one of the other ones I can use to summon
Well,
another
I can-
henchman.
who has? Oz has it. I can give my UN transport to someone else to use,
Nice.
but then
And,
I won't have it anymore. But
I'm
that's
looking reach
okay.
of the Pacific Ocean intel on my turn next.
All right. Well, we're
yeah,
gonna
that's
gonna
true.
strategize while we're on our break here. We're gonna take
No, I'm gonna step away actually.
well, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, I think, and we'll be right back with some more Agents of Smersh, where we try to see if we can't put an end to Dr. Lobo and his evil schemes. All right. So we'll be right back, guys. Stick around. Get your friends to come and join us, and I want to see the stream boss dead before we get back. Oh, it's already dead.
What?
What? It died?
Did it already die?
Yeah, Palmer's the stream boss.
Palmer. All right,
Oh.
Will, we will spin that wheel when we get back. And wouldn't it be nice to spin it twice? Somebody can kill it again, or at least put a real dent in it. I'm gonna stop stalling and we're gonna go. All right.
Yeah.
See you in 5.